looking for clues on the Kings' next destination, and the Miami Heat caused a bit of an uproar Tuesday night when they posted a link to a scheduled live stream titled, quote, LeBron James introductory press conference, followed by the date July 27 to the YouTube channel belonging to the team. So a team spokesperson spoke to Shams and said that the club's social media department was preparing for the possibility of James signing and mistakenly posted the link to the team's YouTube page. Got Kendrick Perkins here, ESPN radio host of Unsportsmanlike, Evan Cohen as well. So, Perk, I got to ask you, something or nothing here with the leak, if you want to call it that we saw from the Miami Heat yesterday.
Well, first of all, good morning and happy Wednesday. You know what? This is a sign right now that we're getting closer to the decision. This is something. This is something. It's no way. Now listen, this wasn't leaked by accident, okay? Those things don't just happen under Pat Riley's watch. Now, I will say this something because this means that Miami is really in the hunt. They're in the thick of this. Like, LeBron James could possibly end up back in South Beach, with Eric Spoelstra, Giannis, and Bam out of the bio. So I'm not going to sit up here and act like it's nothing. I mean, we still want to hear from LeBron James himself, but at the end of the day, any information that we get or we could dive into, because I know all of us across the board have been, across the world, in the basketball world, has become investigators. Like, everybody's sitting up here investigating, trying to figure it out and trying to solve the problem because there are no clues whatsoever. This is actually the first real big clue that we've been able to see from an organization that LeBron James has interest in.
Yeah, and it's important to note, Evan, that the post was deleted eventually, but I can't help but think, so Perk says this is not leaked by accident, and I know that Pat Riley isn't running the YouTube channel, he's not running the social media strategy for this organization, but do you think it's something or just a big nothing?
I think it's something, and it's the exact reason why LeBron is reconsidering the Heat, because they're the most prepared team in the NBA. That's what all of this is about. It's about every aspect of this organization being prepared for the possibility of arguably the second greatest player ever, where his best stint as an NBA player came in the 4 years in Miami, of returning to Miami. So it's not only the strength and conditioning, it's not only Eric Spoelstra and his basketball staff, it's literally the entire organization. Sales, marketing, social media, everyone is ready for the possibility of this. And LeBron James, in his 40s, is a grown man with children and a wife, and he's a real person that cares about those kinds of things. He doesn't want to go into a child.
Make of the date, the 27th.
Right, and it comes, if I'm not mistaken, fresh off the WNBA All-Star Weekend. So that's the thing. If the timer was set on the YouTube page for the Miami Heat on the 27th, that means the rest of the teams that are pursuing LeBron James must know that the time is coming. Like you said, it wasn't saying TV. No, the 27th, which is Monday, okay? Monday the 27th of July. And so again, this is something where we know that LeBron James is having conversations with these teams, right? We know that Rich Paul is having conversations with these teams, right? We heard Pat Riley, right, come out and say during Giannis's press conference that, hey, we landed one big fish, but we're still going after another, which he was referring to LeBron James, because there's no other big fish out there. They got a couple of goldfish and some catfish, but it's, you know what I'm saying? He trying to land that tuna. He trying to land that other tuna. He trying to set a record. And again, Pat Riley also said he doesn't have time to wait. He's not trying to wait 2 or 3 years to try to win the championship. He basically said he wants to win now. I believe, and I said this the other day, I believe that Miami is leading the charge right now for us being the front runner to land LeBron James. Evan, Courtney, think about this for a second. Why in the hell would you want to go from living in LA, blue skies, great weather for the last 8.5 years, to going to any city that's going to be dealing with snow? Like, seriously. Like, LeBron James is at that point of his life. And that any athlete, former athlete, or current athlete could tell you, your body just feels a lot better when you're able to wake up in warmer weather year-round. I'm just saying.
And I think it's a great point all around about Miami gives him the best chance of winning, and winning immediately. And I think when you look at the LeBron James arc, he's not done. Like, that's the other part of this. We're talking about this retirement tour, this swan song. What player that averages 21, 7, and 6 would say they're done? He has never said, I want to leave on a high note. Has not said that, right? He also has not said this is his last year. In fact, he has alluded to more than 1 year, which I would also then argue, Perk and Courtney, that doesn't mean one team.
Sure.
He doesn't necessarily have one team left. It could be multiple teams. That right now, Miami gives him the best chance to do what he does best, which is handle the ball as a point forward. If he wants to go somewhere for his life, which is important, obviously wife and kids, then the Golden State Warriors make the most sense. He could be with his friends, they could win basketball games, and he can fly back and forth between LA and the Bay. But if he wants to win, and he knows exactly what he's signing up for, Miami is it. Do you know that when he played for the Miami Heat for those 4 years, between 10 and 14, the owner, the team president, the general manager, and the head coach then are the same people that are in that exact same spot right now? Not one person has changed. Not one. Oh, go back to Cleveland. Took play. Is Ty Lue there? Did I miss something? Is David Griffin there as the general manager? Kobe Altman was there, I get it. Mike Gansey, okay, in Philly, he was there with him in Cleveland, but he wasn't there with him in Philly. Miami's the exact same team. It's a no-brainer if basketball and winning basketball is where he wants to be.
It does feel like there's unfinished business with the Heat, too, and the way that it ended, and obviously where he went after that, and from a basketball fit and from an off-court fit, it might all make sense in terms of how it lines up. But there is something to be said about the idea of how much longer he's going to play. So we know there are still teams that play for LeBron whenever he does announce his decision. What we don't know is how much longer he plans on playing. But if you ask his agent, Rich Paul, we should not be expecting a retirement announcement, not just yet. Take a listen.
I think that, it's a very unique position to be in, and it's something that, I think, again, you have to be happy for a guy who's earned it. I asked him to find humility and peace while still playing the game, and if he can do that moving forward. I personally don't like to think about the end of it because, he's got so much left in the tank, but that's his choice.
So you both are in agreement that this is a multi-year venture here for LeBron James, that it's not we're going to get the decision, and then it's a one-year swan song, and then he's out. So Perk, how many more years do you think he has left in the NBA?
I mean, to be honest with you, he actually could pull a Tom Brady. Like, LeBron James could play till he's 45. Like, he's turning 42 in December. LeBron James literally could play at this level he's playing at the age till he's 45 years of age. The one thing that kept Tom Brady in for us being able to play at an elite level until he was 45 was that he was in great shape. Tom Brady took care of his body. Tom Brady mastered the game of football at the quarterback position. The one thing that we always praised Tom Brady about, outside of everything for us, his greatness, was his mentality and IQ for the game of football and the way that he studied the craft and was one of the best teachers of the game. That's LeBron James on both ends of the floor. And when you see LeBron James, who's, by the way, we could debate the GOAT conversation till we're all gone from this earth. But the one thing I would not debate with anybody is that LeBron James is the best all-around basketball player this game has ever seen. When you talk about a guy offensively and defensively, that you could put him at any position. If you need him at the point, he's going to do that. If you need him to play the center position, offensively and defensively. Last year, he was spectacular, setting screens and rolling to the basket. Like, LeBron James is just that type of dude that he has mastered the game, and now he's knocking down the three-point shot at a consistent basis at a high level. You get LeBron right now, and if he's locked in and Savannah lets him continue to play the game of basketball, he could do this till he's 45 years old.
I think he has years left. I agree with Perk on this one. But let me give you a scenario. So when you're thinking about where he's finishing his career, there's an argument to be made that whenever it's his last year, will be his worst year of basketball. Where is he comfortable doing that, and why would he be comfortable doing that? See, the way I look at it is, let's factor a few things in. Is he playing his best right now? No. Is he playing his worst? Not even close. Can he still be an all-star based on his ability and not based on his name? The answer is yes. He wants to win a championship. Miami gives him that spot. Also, we know he is doing everything in his power for his son, as any parent would do. Take a look at Bronny James's contract. 1 year this year, and then a team option the year after that. The Los Angeles Lakers have no maneuverability. It's actually in their best interest to pick up the team option because he's a tradable contract. Then he's an unrestricted free agent. Bronny has improved. Does anyone think that any team is going to give him a multi-year deal? The answer to that is no. So the scenario that I see that gets him to 45, 2 years in Miami, Bronny has 2 years with the Lakers.